Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Billy's Hobbies. And today, we have a mystery box. Oh, I wonder what's in this glorious Warhammer style, well, I guess just Warhammer box today. Well, as some of y'all know, I played Adeptus Sororitas, and for anyone who ordered the made to order last January, I think you all know. Let's open it up. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But hey, look at that. The Sister of Battle Army set. So, for anyone who's not in the know, back in January, Games Workshop did a made-to-order set of some of their old models. It was mainly just terrain, and Adeptus, the Battle Sister Army set, was probably one of the only actual minis that they were selling that month. And I ordered this back in January. It took them this long to print and send out. A little rough. It should be done with the X-Acto knife. But let's go ahead and open it, and I'm going to go hands-free. Give me a sec. Let's go ahead and open it. Yeah, I was really excited about the set. For anyone who don't know, like, the Adeptus Sororitas Army set had some unique models. For example, the Canoness, they never printed her like that again. And when I was looking at the order, the Battle Sister squad itself were different molds. They had different molds for the Sisters Repentant, and a couple of interesting molds for the Seraphims. I feel like there's no changes to the Pendant engine, but this is the instruction manual. Okay, that's a little interesting how to put that together. But the Canoness does look like she would be the speaker for the Pope, or something like that. For the future sci-fi Pope, I guess technically the Emperor. But I actually can't wait for these to build these. This is going to be the replacement for my Battle Sister squad. I'm going to promote my current Battle Sister squad to a Domination squad. So that's going to be fun. Got the bases. Little stands for the Seraphims. This is the Seraphim runner. The Seraphims didn't look too different, but I feel like some of their models are in a different pose. I'm going to do a side to side to kind of show the difference between the two. The Canoness, don't know if I'm going to use. Oh, she has a robot leg. Interesting. Okay. So it's a little interesting. They have the Pendium in can't say Pingent I had it right, that engine right there. Just gonna go with that. And you also have the other sisters battle, and it seems like one of the Seraphim jetpack. Something I just noticed. These jetpacks are whole. Compared to the modern versions, they're actually split between two parts. Kind of neat. Really like the staff they have for their artifact. Also the little decree right here too. Alright, and you got your Adeptus Sororitas set decal, which probably need an update with all the new models coming out. Alright. Okay, we are starting off with the first Canoness. Pretty much would be your warlord if you just built the army set by itself. So you try to keep the focus on. Yeah, definitely an interesting look. It definitely has the cathedral look that the Adeptus Sororitas is known for. And as you know, I magnetized my entire Canoness, so it doesn't have the original pieces, or, well, they're all original, but we can do a side-by-side comparison. The fleur-de-lis on the back is a little large. Interesting note, and I definitely like this little cone thing she has around, kind of a one of those dog cones. Yeah. I do find it interesting that she wields a power sword and the rod, which I believe that has to be a one or another for the Canoness. So I do find that strange. And if you look, saw it back somewhere. Yeah, right here is actually the her plasma gun. So she's technically equipped with a plasma pistol and a power sword. Kind of the same setup I have with her. Alright, I'm not going to go through all the Battle Sister Squad, but I will go through some of the more important ones. Or some of the key ones I've kind of noticed. Big reason why I got this were some of the molds were unique. You haven't really seen these before, and, well, not before, but, you know, you don't really see them reprinted often. And let's start with the Sister Superior, the sheath to her power sword just fell off on me while handling it. I'm gonna have to glue that back on. And I'm going to compare her to already dropping it. To the superior one for the army set. And yeah, a lot of difference in this one. It's kind of like looking into a mirror. She's literally holding her. It's pretty much looking into a mirror. She's essentially holding her close-range combat weapon in the opposite hand, along with her ranged weapon. And something you'll notice on a lot of these, let me get my pointer, is that the army set box, they kind of went ham on some of the decoration. You'll kind of notice some extra fleur-de-lis and extra Imperium symbols on most of these. Backpack the same, just the army set has the Imperium symbol on it. And ironically, the pistol's around the same area. I do like she's actually standing on some rubble, though. It's kind of cool. And also, I don't think her bolt gun came with any decorations on it. Alright, so next one is the Holy Relic Carrier. I believe what this one's called. And this is the standard version right now, and this is the second relic options, what I've been using as a little pointer. Can't really see it because of the light. And this one does have a lot of standards to this, and I do apologize for the audio. The wash is going in the background. Can't really do anything about it if you can hear it. But anyways, back on task. No Cherub, I think that's a later add anyways. The thing I do find interesting is she's still holding her bolt gun, where they ended up just putting the bolt gun holster on the back, which actually find this holster pretty freaking cool. Has a lot of really good details, little straps. I could have done a better job. I've certainly improved on painting these. Probably should just buy another set and paint them, to tell you the truth, but let's move on. Alright, the twin barrel. Tell you the truth, this one is probably the least amount of change. She's a little bit more angled down, and she's not pointing her gun straight at you, but other than that, it's essentially the same pose with magazines on the back, which that's something she and the Flamer will both have an extra magazine for their weapons, which I think is a cool idea. But yeah, that's all I have for that one. Alright. This one's kind of interesting just because the army set has her standing over a, what I assume, Xeno or Chaos Demon. Most likely some Chaos Demon. And this is a really cool pose. This one's just kind of boring, shooting straight. I do know this was optional when building, and I chose this one. But all I can really say, really fucking cool. Fuck. Alright, starting that over. Alright, there's really nothing much to say about this one. She, in the army set one, alright. Take 3. Okay, there's not really much to say about this one. The army set has her standing over what looks like a fallen enemy demon. I don't know the Chaos enemies that well. Most likely a... Fuck. Alright, so with this one, it has her standing over a Chaos Demon in defeat. Standing over its body. I think it's kind of cool. It also... Dang it. It also has the gas canisters, or the fuel for her weapon, which I think should have been added on some of these other as standard. But I definitely think this is a downgrade. Alright, confession time. I bought an Armageddon box. The Adeptus Sororitas one. Had a couple of things I didn't have yet, like the Sister Repentia, the Novella Squad, or but I'm getting off track. Alright. So I actually really like the Sister Repentia that the army set came with. This is the spear one. I definitely like the dual fire, dual torches, and instead of having a full power pack, she has just more the fuel source from the fire. That's the word I'm looking for. And I was going to give her the same helmet as I gave the standard one, but they already molded it in, which I kind of hate. Like, this was, I didn't have to glue this. It literally was just printed like that. And this helmet right here, I essentially used the Zephyrin Squad. I felt it was a little bit more appropriate for the Sister Repentia Superior, I think they're calling this model. But taking our focus back onto the army set, I actually like the Battle Sisters Fleur-de-Lis in the center of her, what do you call that, harness. And the poses, their poses are pretty much identical, except for a slight twist. I think the standard one is a little bit more dynamic. But I definitely like the whip in this motion in this action. I believe the standard whip on here was just going over. This one seems like it's cracking in midair. And I do regret not painting these yet, but I need to put another coat of black paint on here anyways. So I think this is supposed to be the Mimic. The 3 change are attached to, I'm trying to remember what these are called. I just looked them up not too long ago for the Triumph St. Catherine. But little smoke things, and then versus the Fleur-de-Lis on the army set. But I really like this little crown thing the army set has for this model. And I do believe she has some kind of something around her chest on the other one. Let's look at the next one. So I think they definitely fixed the dynamic posing on the standard version. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This little harness thing they have. definitely like the purity seals all spread out versus this one. It seems like the standard version has them a little bit more condensed. So I didn't think the Argos would be that different. I was expecting them a little change, but these are the ones from the army set are a little bit more detail, I think, unpainted. Heck, this one right here, you can't get this helmet in standard version, and I'm pretty sure this is the helmet you see on the Magic Gathering card of these guys. It's just, look at this detail. Okay, not so much here, but it's a little bit more dynamic. You don't have the same weapons on each arm. The tube's a little bit more out there. It's a little bit more concealed on the standard model. Tell you the truth, when I first built these guys, I thought they were a little bit bigger than the original version, but seeing them side by side, they're essentially the same size. I think this is the only original model that's not really copying one of the other two. I'm actually glad they got rid of this weapon. I was like, what is it used for? Is she going to go cut a pizza or something? Just kind of weird. Alright, last one. Yeah, this is the same model. It only came with 2 different models. It did come with different head sculpts. I just went with the same head sculpt for both. I might use this in my next Warhammer game. I'm not too sure yet. It also depends if I can get them painted. Alright, last but not least, the pendant engines. Now, for this one, there's not really much change, except, tell you the truth, I'm surprised they're both the same size. I actually thought the army set was going to be smaller. This is probably the model you'll see the most changes to. The pose is exactly the same, but the arms on the standard one are actually somewhat movable and adjustable. These are straight glued into pegs. Like, they will not budge. Also, they didn't have the flail options, kind of nitpick, and the freaking flames are way too tiny. Alright. Well, that's everything in the army set. I actually can't wait to paint it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and have a good night. Okay, I realized I forgot to talk about the Seraphim Squad. There's not that much difference to the regular units, but these are the superior units right here. This is from the standard box. This is from the army set. As you can kind of tell, as it's kind of obvious that their weapons kind of switched hands, with the close range weapon being on the, what would you call that? Right side, and their long range weapons on the left. So I think that's kind of funny. I like this pose a little bit more, so it's kind of in a knighting pose, but it's just a preference. All right, that's the last thing. Bye.